Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
It has made me sit up at the computer many nights till 2 o'clock looking for answers.
Many sleepless nights for families who say medical marijuana is their last chance of giving loved ones the life they deserve. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Stephanie is off. The Minnesota Department of Health stopped in Moorhead tonight to explain how medical cannabis works and to find out if it should expand usage to those who suffer from intractable pain. Valley News Team's Krista Boehm talked with families who are desperate to have it and closer to home.
This group may be small in size, but large in hope that medical marijuana is the answer to bring a normal life back to their families. A solution Tracy Hang has seen work for her 17-year-old daughter.
You can be talking to her and she can be smiling, giggly, and all of a sudden she'll drop over.
Ashlyn has Rett syndrome and has suffered from violent seizures for the last 10 years. Medical marijuana has shortened the length of those seizures. But living in Barnesville, Tracy travels to the cities to get it.
It ends up being about $1,500 for the month.
A cost she's waiting to cut down on, with no answers or signs of the Moorhead dispensary opening soon.
They tell me because they're not sure how many people in the general area will really use the location here in Moorhead.
But as Tracy waits for cannabis closer to home, others are simply waiting to get help at all.
She lives basically in her house in the recliner, and it's all due to pain.
Michelle Peterson speaks for her 83-year-old mother, who after knee surgery suffers from constant pain that leaves her nearly motionless. Yet she's not qualified for medical marijuana.
My siblings and I even said, you know, we'll go to Colorado with you, whatever. But we keep waiting for something, just a chance to try something that might help.
But that could change as the health department continues to travel the state looking for stories like Michelle's and Tracy's to see if intractable pain should be added to the list. Krista Boehm, Valley News Live.
Legally, the Moorhead dispensary has to open by July 1st of next year. The Medical Cannabis Board has until the end of the year to decide if intractable pain should be added to the treatment list. We've included more information on the Minnesota Medical Marijuana Program on our website. Go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Tonight we have the story of a very unusual search and rescue mission in the Hatton, North Dakota area. In the past, we've covered lost dogs and cats. Recently, we reported on a runaway raccoon. Tonight, there's a kangaroo on the loose, and folks are trying to catch the stray rule. Today, in a strange twist, Scott Schmidt, who lives nearby where the kangaroo was last seen, tried to help out using his own pet kangaroo, Leo. Leo is the only exotic licensed kangaroo in North Dakota. They brought Leo to the lagoon in Hatton, where a stray kangaroo was last seen in recent days.
And someone saw in the afternoon, but by the time we got there, we couldn't see it.
Okay, the idea being if they see your pet Leo here, they'll come up to you and you could maybe capture it.
All right, well, smell it first.
Okay.
They can smell them for about 5 miles away.
It's believed the stray kangaroo may have been dropped off by someone in Fargo who had tried to keep it as a pet. Schmidt says they'll continue to search for that stray kangaroo. We'll keep you updated. What do you think about this bizarre story? We want your input. Go to our Facebook page and join the conversation, and while you're there, like us. You'll be able to follow stories like this one and many others throughout the entire day. The father of murdered NDSU freshman Tom Bearson says he has faith that the killers will be caught. Bearson died nearly a year ago. He went missing on a Friday night after attending an off-campus party. His body was found 3 days later at an RV lot in Moorhead. Tom's parents, Greg and Debbie Bearson, tell us the past year has been hard, but they're trying to move forward and heal with the help of the Tom Bearson Foundation. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop sat down with Greg and Debbie to talk about if they think their son's case has gone cold and if they think they will ever see justice.
One thing will always be true, and that is every day when they get up and they look in the mirror, the people that perpetrated this, and they look in the mirror, they realize who they really are, and they realize what they've done.
It has been nearly 360 days since Greg and Debbie learned that their blue-eyed boy was killed and his body dumped in Moorhead. The family knows from the investigation that their son died on September 20th, 2014.
We're convinced that they will be caught.
Absolutely.
The Bearsons say that they have had plenty of support from Moorhead police investigating Tom's death.
We have complete confidence in everything that they're doing, and we remain very confident that ultimately justice will be served. So sometimes these things take time, and would it have been nice to have had this solved in a week? Yes, of course. But you never know. This could be solved next week, and maybe it's a year from now.
The Bearson family says even though their son is passed, they say he lets them know that he is okay in many ways.
Some of the things that have happened to us that we know it's Tom have been what we call wondrous events. And we've been keeping track of them, and there's a lot of them.
Greg and Debbie say they know their son was not an informant. They do appreciate the support from the FM area about the concern over Tom's death investigation.
If there are enough people that keep putting pressure out there and keep talking about Tom, keeping his name out there, who knows where that next break is going to come or where the pressure is going to be applied to make somebody say something. And
in Sartell, Minnesota, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
Moorhead investigators say although they still do not know a motive or who killed Tom Bearson, the investigation is still very active. The department continues to meet regularly with the Minnesota BCA, Fargo Police, and the FBI. Moorhead Lieutenant Tori Jacobson adds Bearson's phone and right shoe have never been located.
Valley